Hello everybody, and welcome to a first look, a preview, a mini-series, or whatever the hell you want to call it, of a game that a lot of people have been asking me to look at, and a game that I've been following since it was announced, and that is The Long Dark. It is not out yet on Steam. The devs were really kind and were able to hook me up with a preview code since this is going to be on Steam and coming out in early access in the next couple of weeks. And The Long Dark is a survival sim. It is really, from what I've played so far, really heavy on the simulation aspect of the game. There are no zombies, there are no monsters. It is you in the wild, in the middle of winter, surviving. And that is the goal. There is going to be a story, but story mode will not hit until the game is officially released. So the only thing available in the alpha when it does hit will be the sandbox mode, which just tasks you with surviving for as long as you can. Now, I will admit I've only put about 20 minutes into the game so far. The reason was I wanted to kind of have an understanding of the mechanics, but not spoil like the experience of surviving, so I'm not like a super pro at it right away. I want to give you a very raw first impressions of the game, and there are some things in this game that are really kind of cool, and some things that I'm not entirely sure I like so far. But overall, my early 15-20 minute impressions have been pretty positive. So let's go ahead and do a sandbox, and we will start fresh. So you are a bush pilot, Will Mackenzie. A mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. You must survive long enough to understand how the world has changed. Too bad Northernlion is not here. I could just go visit him. This content you are about to experience is alpha gameplay from the Long Dark's survival sandbox. So let's go ahead and jump in. So the game just drops you into the wilderness. There's not a whole lot you can do. Now, I think, and okay, so this is totally different from last time I played, as far as I know. I think the game either randomizes where on the map you are, or randomizes the map. I'm pretty sure it randomizes where you are. So, first things first, art style is the first thing you're going to look at. So far, I kind of like it. It's very simplistic. It's very cartoony. The Kickstarter video looked exactly like this, and I like it a lot so far. But let's take a quick look at our inventory. So if we hit I, it'll open up our backpack, and it'll show us everything that we have. It'll show us how much we're carrying. We can carry only up to 30 kilograms. We can sort everything by alphabetic, condition, or its weight. So if we maybe need to jump in the backpack and dump our heaviest thing, we can do that. And we can sort by type. We have one accelerant, which is a low-volume fuel source designed to help start fires. We've got antibiotics. That's actually really good to have. We only have 2 of them, but that's good in case we get an infection or something. Antiseptic, a bottle of hydrogen peroxide useful for cleaning wounds. A couple of bandages, some basic boots and gloves. A bedroll, rather. Cotton long underwear. That's good. That's going to help us with keeping warm. A big part of this game is keeping warm and not burning calories. Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. We have 1 flare on us, jeans, thin wool sweater, and a tinder plug, which is basically your fire starter, what you want to do. It's like basic papers, materials, and stuff that you can light on fire. We also have a toque, which I assume is like a cap. Yep, it's a cap, and 12 wooden matches. This is very important to keep an eye on. Like I said, this game is incredibly focused on the simulation aspect of the game. It's about trying to survive. If we hit the tab button, we kind of have our survival thing here. Everything we need to know. We have the time here, all different options we can do, how long we've survived so far, what the temperature feels like, the actual air temperature, the wind chill, the warmth bonus of our clothing, the wind chill bonus, the clothing wind chill bonus of the clothing, so how much we can ignore of that, the way the wind is blowing, how hard it's blowing, conditions, our fatigue, our cold, our hunger, our thirst, calories, an hour that we're burning, calories store that we have. So like I said, it's stupidly detailed. And for those who are into that survival simulation, this is going to be an interesting game, I think. And I'm curious about how detailed it's going to end up going. Already we have a pretty big detail, quite amount of detail here. Now, my biggest concern with games like these is there has to be, in my opinion, a line. Is something fun or not? Because at the end of the day, we're playing a video game, right? And is managing your calories, your temperature, and all that stuff, is that entertaining? Is that a good time? Is that fun? If it ends up not being fun, it just becomes like either a hassle or prevents you from playing your game, then you might have to reevaluate it. And I'm not sure if the game is on that level of a nuisance. I haven't played that long. That's what part of the series is going to be all about. But I am curious. I am still very, very curious. So, first things first, we need to get shelter, and we can't build a shelter. It's not something that we can do. I'm going to try and use my Survivor Man knowledge. I love that show, and I don't know if it'll actually help me in this game, but I'm going to try. And getting a shelter up as soon as possible is going to be important. There's a deer running off. We don't have any really weapons or anything right now. We already went through our inventory and we saw. If we pop this open, there's a couple things that we actually can't click right now. Because one of the things that I was like, oh, why don't I just make a snow shelter at the end of the night? But it's not available in the alpha right now. But eventually we'll be able to spend calories and time to build an emergency shelter as a last resort when stuck in the wilderness of bad weather. We also have a map that we can't look at that's not available in alpha. Everything else seems to be interactable. Though the snow shelter seems like it'd be the most important. All right. So it seems like we've spawned in a logging area. Oh, and there's a wolf over there. I've already had one interact with a wolf so far in this game. My early playtime with it, and it didn't go so well. So we're going to avoid the wolf if we can. Because combat in this game is kind of weird, at least early on. So the way combat works... Whoa, is this deer dead? The way combat works from what I've seen is that the wolf attacks me and he gets on top of me. And I can do right mouse button to attack, left mouse button to charge up my attack. But you don't see any animations or anything. Again, it's early on, but it doesn't matter. Ravaged deer carcass frozen. We don't have any tools, so we can't actually harvest meat. We'd burn 194 calories. I don't even think we can actually do it. Yeah, we can't harvest meat without tools. That sucks because that could be really useful. A big problem right now is that we're actually getting colder. It's very, very cold outside, and we're in the middle of the wilderness, so we need to get ourselves a shelter. And the only way to get a shelter for now, this early at least, is to find a shelter. So that's what we're going to do. So this leads up there. Actually, this is... Whoa. Oh, man. It's getting... Whoa, the wind is slowing down? Is it still... It's actually getting warmer. Which is strange. The problem is I can't see anything now. Okay. Well, as I was saying, I've actually been up there.
Wait. I'm so cold.
Okay, my guy's freezing. My guy's freezing. But up there wasn't a house. I remember going up there, and there wasn't a house. It was like a building, but let's head up there anyway. We're still at 100% condition. Every once in a while, like, your calories will pop up. It'll just kind of inform you. But one of the things I really like about the game so far is it's attempting to be very minimalistic while you play. The HUD is very minimalistic. It's not really throwing a bajillion different informations at you. It's just trying to keep things, like I said, minimal, so you're kind of immersed. Another thing that's important to note is that there's running and walking in this game. The problem is running burns more calories than walking does, and you don't want to do that unless you absolutely have to. So walking is important. I haven't heard music in this game yet, so this is interesting. Let's take a look at the temperature. -7 degrees. We're still freezing. We're starting to take damage because we're freezing now. Dropping a fire would be good. All right, I have an idea, though. I don't want to do it here. That's the thing. And we have no food, either. I don't know if there's a crafting system. I assume there is. There has to be, right? It can't all be scavenging. What I want to do, though, is start a fire. I want to get a place where I can consider myself safe and start a fire. So we're going to go up this mountainside. I'm going to try to stick close to the walls when I make turns like this. I know it sounds silly, but the reason I want to do that is I want to take as little steps as necessary. And in a game like this where, you are straight counting calories you're burning right now, you need to plan and optimize your movements as much as possible. It is putting your survival skills to the test. And I wouldn't be surprised, rather, if I ended up dying really early in this game. So there is some footsteps. I like how it leaves footsteps when you walk. That's kind of cool. How's my calories looking? We're burning 299 calories an hour. We still have 2,800 left. It's 3:05. We've been around for a couple of hours now. An hour and 25 minutes. I want to get up here. All right, so there's going to be a little hole over here. Again, remember, I did come up here. Now, last time I came up here, there was a wolf that attacked me. I'll be curious to see if there's a wolf up here again, because that'll actually tell me right off the bat if there's a scripted enemy placement in the alpha or if it's randomized. Forestry lookout. It looks randomized. Oh, actually, I lied. This is actually a building. So I came up here last time and there was just stairs. I didn't get to see up because I got attacked immediately. And then I just turned around and left. But there's actually a building here. Okay, we actually have ourselves a place that we can call temporary home and hopefully maybe find some stuff. Like, I like this kind of comic book graphic novel art style. We're warmer.
Goddamn freezing.
Yeah. Hang on. This looks like somebody lives here. Okay. First and foremost, I need to lower my mouse acceleration a bit. Alright, that's not even an option, so never mind. Alright, what do we got? Pork and beans. We're taking all this. Beef jerky. There's a bed here, so we don't need a bed to drop our bedroll. Holy crap, this is like the perfect find right now. A first aid kit. We'll take the water bottle. Looks like that was all that was in there. Can we crouch? We can. Alright, good. Rifle ammunition. Is there a rifle up here? This is a hell of a find. Holy crap. Fire starting, water. This is insanely good. My worry is that somebody's living here. I don't know if that's something that can happen. And I'm hoping it's not. Newsprint roll can be used as tinder. Can I actually use this? Nope. More newspaper can be used as tinder. A hatchet. Oh, hell yes. It's in 98% condition. Okay. We actually found ourselves a place we can actually survive for a while. A little bit of food. Not a lot of food, but still a little. So what can we do with this? So we could start a fire. The starter, the tinder, and the wood we want to use. And an accelerant if we wanted to. 70% chance of success. Fire starting base skill of 50. And the fire will last an hour and 30 minutes. So we would need wood. Okay, so that actually is good because I can actually show you one of the mechanics I'm not entirely sure that I like or not yet. But hang on, I want to take a look at help. How do I equip my weapon? Reload, strike match, equip firearm. Like, can I use an axe as a weapon, or is that not something I can actually use? Equip, unequip item in hands. Let's take a look at our inventory. Hatchet. Good for splitting wood. Can be used to hack meat in a pinch. Okay, so it's a tool. It's actually not a weapon. So we can't, like, attack wildlife with a hatchet or anything. So that's interesting. Alright. So here's the thing. One of the ways you get wood isn't how you would expect it to go. You don't go out there and chop trees. The way you actually collect wood is you go into your survival menu and you choose forage for wood. You go and you choose the tool you want to use, which would be a hatchet. You tell how many hours you want to go do it. It'll tell you how many calories you're going to end up burning in the process, what time you'll be back, and then it'll tell you bonuses in the process. Maximum fuel find per hour is 2. Find chance first hour, 25%. Estimated wear on hatchet, minus 20%. So basically, the way you go out and get wood is it's more of a manager simulation in this respect, in this regard. You're telling your character what you want to do, and then he goes and does it. So I'm going to send him out for 2 hours, have him forage, and then he'll come back and see how much he ended up getting. So we'll go ahead and forage for 2 hours. Hopefully we'll get some wood in the process. Hopefully to get us through the night anyway. We are definitely hurting. Our hatchet degraded to 77%, where our calories are really low. But it's getting dark out too, by the way. I think that's actually really beautiful. I like that a lot. And we got 9 reclaimed wood. So let's go ahead and start a fire. We're going to use our matches, our tinder plug, and we can use reclaimed wood, which only lasts an hour. So the cedar firewood is like good stuff. And we don't want to use any accelerant. 45% chance of a success as opposed to a cedar wood, which is a 70% chance of success. Can we fuel the fire after we start it? Okay, let's try it. Come on, baby. Start the fire. We didn't start the fire. And it looks like our fire worked. Awesome. So we're getting warmer now. If we take a look, we're freezing still. In the process, let's actually go ahead and... is that the sun going down, just casting a shadow? That is cool. This game is really beautiful. I'm a huge fan. So we'll stick near the fire. Let's see if we can eat anything. We have a can opener, so we can just eat whatever we need to do. Actually, let's take a look at this. Can we stoke the fire? Holy crap, we can cook. So reclaimed wood, we can add that to the fire. Will that add an hour to it? It will add an hour. Ooh, we need to boil water. Ooh, we can melt snow too. Really? We have snow? That's cool. Unsafe water. So then we melt the snow and then we boil it. Time is going by much faster, I think, while we boil. I think it speeds up the clock when that happens. Okay, so we have potable water. Interesting. And yeah, that burned up time a little bit faster. Interesting. So I can eat directly from this. It's in 48% condition. We can just eat the beef jerky. That pretty much lasts forever. Pork and beans. Okay, it's in decent condition. Thin wool sweater. We have other stuff. That's it? I thought we grabbed a bunch more. So we can eat that. We can smash it. I don't know why we'd want to smash it. This is in good condition. High quality peaches halved. Maybe we should save that? Oh, it tells you how many calories it's going to give you. We need calories right now. So let's go ahead and eat this. So it's going to replenish our calories in the bottom left-hand corner. Our can opener degraded. Oh, that sucks. So I assume we only want to cook when we have meat that we're not sure of. That's the only time it really matters. Let's actually go out. Well, actually, let's close the door for a second. How are we doing? We are nice and warm. Okay. I kind of want to just look out there. Relax there, dude. So this lookout is, I gotta admit, really beautiful. Oh my god, I hope this game gets Oculus Rift support. That would be awesome. Wow, it's beautiful. Okay. Well, I guess that means morning time. We want to do a little exploration. The problem is no map. The map's not in the current alpha, so getting lost is going to be a big concern. When we go to, if we click on the bed, I can sleep. I can rest. Okay. And then the longer I rest, the more it would go. So I would want to stay up as long as possible. And then set the fire to last, you know, however long I need it to last. And then kind of sleep for X number of hours. Now, is there an hunger and thirst? There is a fatigue, so that is a problem. Also, thirst. So not only do we need to manage our calories, we need to manage our hunger and water. Potable water. Water that is safe to drink. Let's go ahead and drink up. So how did that help out? Our thirst is down. So melting snow is going to be important. Our fire starting capabilities are going to be hugely imperative because as long as we can get reclaimable wood, fire is not going to be a problem. Well, actually, it kind of is because we're not going to have tinder to start a fire after we run out. Oh my god, all these things I'm thinking about. I never had to think about it before. Can I do anything with reclaimed wood? No. So there's not like a crafting menu. Run, crouch, interact, throw, zoom, drop. No, there's no crafting. There's survival and inventory. So there isn't any crafting. Interesting. If we wanted to harvest, by the way, this is something we can harvest our current clothing. So, for instance, if we, or anything, we could turn this newspaper roll into 3 tinder plugs. Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. So that's a way to, like, break down things that we have. I guess it's our way of crafting. Forage wood. That's our log so far. So, what we've done. Map, that's not there. Awesome. Alright. Let's wrap up the first episode here. I will continue playing this next episode. Not for nothing, but this is kind of cool. And I'm hoping it ends up being as cool as I think it's going to be. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, Come back tomorrow. We'll have this daily for a little while just to see how the game is. And the link to grab this game now, pre-order it, is below if you want to pre-order it. If not, I believe this is coming out on the 22nd. Again, the links will be in the description below. And I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye.